Hey everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to try another low-cal recipe. This one is from the Richard Simmons cookbook, Sweetie Pie, and it is called it's a fine lime pound cake. This is not Dukin diet friendly, but I want to make it anyway. So let's get started. Okay, I have all my ingredients laid out. Got my recipe here. I will put the recipe in the description box. I've got a couple of bowls here. Oh, hold on. Let me melt my butter. Okay, now we can get started. So the recipe says, I've got my oven preheated at 350. I have an 8x8x2 pan to put everything in. Okay, in a medium bowl. Let's go medium bowl. It says sift together. We can do that. Sift together cake flour, baking soda, and salt. And salt is half a teaspoon of salt. Put that in there. So let's sift this together. You guys don't know this. I don't think I've ever mentioned it on my channel, but I used to own my own cake business. I did really well with it, and it got really big, and I didn't want to do it anymore. It got to be too much. So yeah, I got rid of most of my equipment though. There we go. Now it's all sifted together in another bowl. I'll switch bowls. Whisk together. Let me get a whisk. Got my whisk. Whisk together yogurt, sugar, oil, butter, eggs, and lemon. Let's see. Let me move this out. I am using Oiko's Greek yogurt, non-fat plain. There is no sugar and no fat in this yogurt. This recipe says to use a non-fat yogurt, and that's what we're doing. Okay, let's get this out of my way. This is whisk yogurt, sugar. For my sugar, I am not using sugar, I'm using stevia. That will cut even more calories from the recipe. So I got my stevia, oil. Here's my oil. The oil is, how much oil was it? 2 tablespoons of canola oil. Okay, got that. Butter. It's 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. That has been melted. An egg. Got the egg in there. And lime zest. 4 tablespoons of lime zest. I've already done that. And a tablespoon of lime juice. It calls for lemon extract, a half a teaspoon. I don't have any lemon extract. I'm going to go ahead and use some vanilla. This is that vanilla I made on camera in the bourbon. It's not going to be as citrusy, but we're going to add a little anyway. There we go. Just a little bit. Now, let's whisk all this together. There we go. That's what we're looking like. Now it says to stir in the powder mixture. This does not say to use a mixer, so we're not going to do the mixer. We're just going to stir all this in. And like I said, I didn't tell you the measurements of everything. That will be in the description below. So let's get all this stirred in. It's a thick batter, man. This seems a little too thick to me. Look at that. That seems a little thick. I'm going to add I've got about 1/4 of a cup of water. I'm going to add a little at a time. I just think this batter's too thick. It's more like a dough. Look at it. I don't know. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. I added just a little bit of water, not much. Okay, let me get my pan. This is the pan I'm going to use today instead of a regular cake pan. It is 8 by 8 by 2. I'm going to spray it with some Pam. Get my glasses out of the way. Let's get this in the bowl. Ugh. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can kind of smooth this out in the pan here. Alright, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. So let's go ahead and put this in a 350-degree oven, and it bakes for 30 to 35 minutes. Okay guys, we're back. Here's the cake. It is almost totally cooled, not completely. It's just slightly warm. I didn't take it out of this. I had already decided I wasn't going to. It baked up a little wonky. That was a weird batter, but hopefully it'll taste good. Now we're going to make the glaze that goes on top. We're just going to make it and pour it over the top, and I'm just going to leave it in this pan. So the glaze says 1/2 a cup of powdered sugar, which I have here, that's sifted. I am not substituting stevia for this. You'll have to use the powdered sugar for this one. So we're just going to sift this in. I'm going to get some clumps out. Just keep sifting. Some more clumps. I don't use my powdered sugar that often, so it's been in the pantry a little bit. Okay, there we go. So we've got sifted powdered sugar. Then it calls for 2 teaspoons of non-fat plain yogurt. I used all the non-fat plain yogurt. I'm going to use strawberry. This is the Kroger brand. It says 2 teaspoons. I'm not going to use an actual measuring spoon. I'm just going to use a teaspoon. And we're just going to eyeball it. We're going to have a strawberry lime glaze on top. Then it says a teaspoon of lime zest. I have that. Get that in there. Get all that. And then 2 teaspoons of lime juice. And that's it. Now we're going to stir this. make sure I get all the clumps of yogurt out, make it smooth. Okay, I'm just going to pour it over top. Okay, let's just try to evenly spread it. It did not bake evenly, but that's okay. We'll just have to see how it tastes. Got it in the valleys here. To the edges. Okay. All right. Let's just grab this. Sorry guys, just grab this big knife. I'm just going to cut a tiny little piece out. Let me grab something to put it on. It comes out of the pan easy. All right. That is what it looks like. I'm just going to taste it. It's dry. It's pretty dry. To me, it doesn't taste like a pound cake. Maybe a little bit like a coffee cake, but it's very dry. The glaze is not bad. It's okay. For being low cal, I think it's a good substitute if you want some sort of dessert. Now, if I had followed directions completely, by the way, I do taste the lime in this. It is very citrusy. If I'd have followed his recipe completely, it would have been 179 calories. I did cut that down even more by using stevia instead of actual sugar in the cake portion. So that does make it even lower cal. A traditional pound cake has, what does he say? 316 calories a serving. This one, if you follow his directions, 179. My directions is probably, I don't know, maybe around 100 calories. I'm just guesstimating. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for a low cal little treat. Would I make this again? I don't know. Probably not. But it's not bad. So guys, I'm sorry I'm talking with my mouth full. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I have to say, I did enjoy last week's Jello cucumber dessert. It wasn't a dessert. It was Jello cucumber salad. I did enjoy that more than this, but this is okay. So guys, again, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. That helps my algorithm. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And if you're new here, I'd love it if you would subscribe. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.